Hello, everyone. We hope you're having a good day to everyone. Um, welcome. Welcome to the International Symposium of Current Approaches and New Trends in Social Sciences. First of all, let me introduce myself. I am Toprak Ferdi Karakuş, Research Assistant at Department of International Finance and Banking at Toros Üniversitesi. Our symposium is held for the first time. This symposium hosted by Toros University, Faculty of Economics, Administrative and Social Sciences, Department of Business Administration. Also, in cooperation with 15 Kasım Kıbrıs University, Konya Food and Agriculture University, Odessa State Academy of Civil Engineering and Architecture, Silifke Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Turkish International Educators Network, Daffodil International University, University Technology Malaysia, and University of the Punjab, Gujranwala campus. We would like to thank all participants who contributed to this occasion. Many different countries and different discipline studies participated in the symposium held with themes related to new trends in social sciences. The symposium, which will take 2 days and include more than 150 scientific studies to be presented in 3 sessions at each day, as well as 7 keynote speakers. Each one is very, very precious. The purpose of the symposium to be arranged under the main theme of current approach and new trends in social sciences is to expose the latest trends in business, management, finance, psychology, and marketing fields. Furthermore, the symposium is arranged to share current findings and applications and to contribute to advancement of scientific studies in these fields and to the development of activities in sector. Moreover, by reviewing regional issues, it will ensure the production of common solutions and strengthening of vocational and social contact of collaboration between stakeholders. With the hope that the International Symposium of Current Approaches and New Trends in Social Sciences, which is going to be held for the first time this year, will be sequential for the upcoming years. By saying these words, I'm beginning at the opening speeches. Now, in order to deliver his opening speech, I give a floor to Professor Mustafa Bekmezci, Head of the Business Administration of Toros University, Faculty of Economics, Administrative and Social Sciences. The professor, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Toprak. Dear all, today we've come together for the International Symposium on Current Approaches and New Trends in Social Sciences. The symposium is hosted by Toros University in cooperation with 15 Kasım Kıbrıs University, Konya Food and Agriculture University, Odessa State Academy of Civil Engineering and Architecture, Silifke Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Turkish International Educators Network, Daffodil International University, University Technology Malaysia, and University of the Punjab, Gujranwala campus. I would like to express my gratitude to all those who contribute. I also especially thank to my friend Pınar Elbasan from Turkish International Educators Network, and also my friend Dr. Wasimul Rahman and Director General Professor Dr. Sayed Salman Rızavi from University of the Punjab, Gujranwala campus for their great collaboration. Generally, social science focuses on the relationships among individuals in society. It is the mixture of many subjects like management, political science, economics, finance, marketing, sociology, psychology, education, entrepreneurship, and relationships, behavior, development, and resources they use, and many kinds of organizations they need to carry in their daily life, like the workplace, school, family, and government. It is important because it's study help putting the human at its center. Social sciences are gaining importance with the increasing globalization, developing technology, and the disappearance of borders. The primary goal of this symposium is to create a common platform which brings together different scholars for the interdisciplinary examination of current issues in social sciences and for their discussion and development in an academic environment. With the COVID-19 crisis affecting the whole world, the importance of international cooperation has become more apparent. In this context, I hope the symposium enhance current knowledge and practices sharing about especially social sciences, create common solutions about regional and national problems, and improve social and occupational collaborations between stakeholders. We were excited about some of the well-known keynote speakers from Turkey, Ukraine, Malaysia, Bangladesh, Pakistan, and United Kingdom. Moreover, numerous valuable scientific studies will be presented at this symposium. I hope it to be fruitful and efficient for everyone. I would like to thank everybody contributing to all processes of the symposium from the beginning of the preparation phase to the end. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Ekmezci. Now, in order to deliver her opening speech, I give a floor to Professor Remziye Terkan, the rector of 15 Kasım Kıbrıs University. Professor Terkan, stage is yours. Your voice doesn't come to us. Could you please open your voice? Yes.
Okay. First of all, as 15 Kasım Kıbrıs University, we would like to thank all the Toros University family, including Toros University Rector, Professor Dr. Ömer Arıöz, and the invaluable participants and contributors of the International Symposium on Current Abroad and New Trends in Social Science program for including us in this invaluable symposium. I would like to give a short message as the rector of 15 Kasım Kıbrıs University. 15 Kasım Kıbrıs University is a new university and completed its second academic year by the end of this semester with its well-equipped and dynamic staff, and it is a university that has adopted the principle of moving forward with strong steps. All departments of our university aim to serve our young people with the most up-to-date and global course contents and to prepare them for the future for the most successful positions. 15 Kasım Kıbrıs University primarily aims to prepare our young people as successful, progressive, self-confident entrepreneurs who have full command of communication skills, teamwork, and leadership qualities in today's competitive environment. In addition, the rapid progress of production, development, and change within the framework of digitalization and innovation, and the fact that fast technology forces the competitive conditions requires a solid struggle to maintain the corporate image, thus pushing individuals to have a correct identity image. Our university has aimed to train individuals who are equipped for this. In our age where transparency and connectivity are at the forefront, our university, which targets people and applies a digital world-oriented and people-oriented education management, enables our young people to create their personal brands. Along with the changing and developing conditions globally, globalization process we are in and the change in this process is a phenomenon that activates all business. For this reason, catching the new age and keeping up with the change are among the goals of every business. At this point, active research of our universities, valuable scientists and academicians on current approaches and new trends is of great importance. I believe that with the valuable academic studies presented after the symposium to be held, the current situations in the field of social sciences will be revealed and solutions will be offered by examining the problems. I think that this symposium will contribute to the field and current change. I wish you all a healthy future with more successful solutions arising from scientific studies. Thank you for listening. Lots of love and greetings from the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Tarkan, for your strong support and cooperation.
Thank you.
Now, in order to deliver his opening speech, I give a floor to Professor Süleyman Değirmen, the Dean of the Faculty of Social Sciences and Humanities at Konya Food and Agriculture University. Professor Değirmen, the stage is yours.
Thank you. I would like to say good morning, first of all. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and dear colleagues. I am very much pleased to welcome you to International Symposium on Current Approaches and New Trends in Social Sciences. This symposium deserves international title since it puts together more than about 9 national and international universities, institutions, as mentioned by Professor Bekmezci. This is certainly the success of Professor Bekmezci and the Toros University. Therefore, it was an honor for us to collaborate with Toros University for the symposium to create a productive academic atmosphere together. I am proudly representative of School of Social and Humanities Sciences at Konya Food and Agriculture University. That is the boutique and specifically focused on food and agricultural team that is very important for Turkish economy. Especially the pandemic crisis, COVID-19, indicated this importance to all of us. The school comprises economics, international trade and business administration, management, information system, and lastly, psychology departments, that is the indication of composite structure in social sciences. I should mention a kind collaboration of my university with the Toros University for the symposium. As of dean of the school, I did my best to support to organize, introduce, and disseminate information about the symposium at national and international academia. For instance, I kindly invited my dear friend, Dr. Wasim Ul Rahman from Punjab University, Pakistan, to contribute to symposium by introducing and disseminating information about it at international arena. And he did a wonderful job in respect of Punjab University's partnership task. I would like to offer my appreciation for him. Ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues, it is high time that such an event took place to highlight the remarkable contribution which social sciences make in so many areas of our lives. A glance through the list of presentations planned for today and tomorrow reveals the amazing diversity of these applications. When you pay attention to the session titles, they range from marketing economics to organizational behavior, leadership psychology, education, intellectual and psychological capital, innovation and digitalization, and human resources management. Having more than 150 theoretical and empirical studies from many participants from different countries also make the symposium interdisciplinary and multidisciplinary. This composite structure of symposium provides coping with different problems in social sciences and therefore potential solutions that may produce alternative policy recommendations for related government units, businesses, or firms, and even for individuals or households in developing countries. In this context, the symposium has an important task to enable feasible, efficient, and productive policy implications to support economic growth in developing countries from many aspects. Ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues, symposiums such as this provides a valuable opportunity for research scientists, industry, or non-industry specialists and decision makers to share experiences. I am sure you will have fruitful and rewarding exchanges in these 2 days. I wish you every success with this important symposium, and I look forward to learning about the outcome. Thank you so much for listening to me, and I wish you have a very good symposium, productive symposium. Thank you. Again.
Thank you very much, Professor Deyman, for your valuable cooperation and support. Now, in order to deliver his opening speech, I give a floor to Professor Niyaz Ahmed Akhtar, Vice Chancellor at the University of Punjab, Pakistan. Professor, stage is yours. Professor Akhtar, can you hear me? If so, could you please open your voice by clicking the microphone button at your left of your screen? Yes.
Thank you very much, the participants. I'm grateful to my team from Punjab University, Professor Salam Nizami, Professor Mubashir Khan, and my colleagues from Turkish universities and from Malaysia. We are pleased to be the partner of this great event, and I'm sure this will be very useful and beneficial for all the institutions, bringing the institutions together. And the topic which you have selected about the social sciences, we consider this is the important, and this is a key. This has a key role in the development of the society. And the universities, the prime purpose of the universities is also that how we produce the civilized citizen, how they uplift the social level of the people. I think a very important topic, and the most important is that through these conferences, the scholars, the researchers, the academicians, they are coming together, and especially in this critical time when the developed world, especially the Europeans and the other part of the world, they are going very fast, and the Muslim world, the need is to move with that pace, but unfortunately, we are not moving in that pace. But I think the community and the universities which are coming closer, especially between these brothers Muslim countries, and especially Turkey and Malaysia, we are very pleased. We have in the universities, we have considered these Muslim countries in the developed world, and we are getting close linkage with the Turkish universities as well as with the Malaysian universities. I think when you are going with these papers, one is the recommendations which are coming to these conferences. We should try to get the benefit from these recommendations, and this should be uplifting the standard of living of the people. And secondly, the universities who are the partner universities and the researchers who are participating in this conference, I think we should get some close collaboration with these partner institutions through the student exchange, the faculty exchange, the joint research project, and whatever is the possibility. It is the time when we need to be closer, and we should help each other. And especially in the research area. In the academic world, there is no boundary. You people are sitting in Turkey or in Malaysia. We are sitting in Pakistan. Yes, the boundaries are there. But you can see at the moment there is no boundary. Therefore, academic world has no boundary. Therefore, I think this is the best time due to COVID. The institutions have upgraded their capacity. Through this one, we can have the webinar and the other events through the video linkage. The the lectures. And I think this is the best tool to bring the institutions together. So the best, I think the last point, the Professor Salman and my other partners who are in Turkey and in Malaysia, you three countries have selected this topic and selected these three countries as well. It is again from this linkage. One is you people, the professionals have collaborated on this topic. One linkage Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has developed, and that is because of the link of this La ilaha illallah. Therefore, I think we are lucky that the first link is there, and the second link is that lies with our effort. How much we make the effort and we bring these brothers and sisters together. How we can work together to give the benefit to the society. Therefore, I think we should see what the community, the society demands from us, how we can solve the societal problem. And in that way, if we are doing this one, then it means we are performing our duties and we are achieving the objectives of our established institution. This is the prime objective of the institution, that how the institution is solving the society's problem, how the technical problems are being solved in the universities. If for the sake of award of the degree, just asking the students to attend the classes, then it becomes the college. But for the institution, the higher education sector, how the institutions are solving the society problem, technical problem of the industries, all the problems of the country, the solution lies within the institution, within the higher education institution. With these prime objectives, I'm sure that the topic which you have selected, surely this will be beneficial for the society and the community. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to say a few words in this event. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Akar, for your strong support and cooperation. Now, in order to deliver his opening speech, I give the floor to Nurettin Kaynar, the chairman of the board at Silifke Chamber of Commerce and Industry. President Nurettin Kaynar, stage is yours.
Sayın Rektörlerim, değerli konuklar, 2021 yılı itibariyle 113. kuruluş yılını kutlayan Silifke Ticaret ve Sanayi Odası olarak Sosyal Bilimlerde Güncel Yaklaşımlar Kongresi'nin düzenleyici kurum olarak bulunmaktan son derece memnun olduğumuzu ifade etmek isterim. Günümüzün artan rekabet ortamında bireyler küreselleşen dünyanın birey paydaşı olarak hareket etmek durumundadır. Sivil toplum kuruluşlarına düşen görev ise küreselleşmenin avantajlarını bireylere aktarmak ve neticede işsizlik oranını düşürmek, milli gelirin artmasını sağlamak ve uluslararası işbirliğinin gelişmesine zemin hazırlamaktır. Binlerce yıllık tarihinde görkemli dönemler yaşayan, pek çok uygarlığı bünyesinde barındıran çoğu kervanların uğrak yeri ve ticaret merkezi olan Silifke, günümüzde de bir ticari özelliğini korumaya çalışmaktadır. Verimli topraklara sahip olan ilçede her türlü tarımın yapılması ve sanayi hamlesi olan ürünlerin bolluğu ekonominin gelişmesine en önemli faktör olmuştur. İklim koşulları, Antalya, Mersin, İç Anadolu illeri arasında köprü görevini üstlenen konumu, eşsiz doğal güzellikleri ve tarihi dokusuyla Akdeniz'in incisi Silifke bir turizm kentidir. Yıllık 50 milyon dolarlık yaz sebze meyve ihracatıyla Silifke bir tarım ve ihracat kentidir.
Çünkü aşırı
aramasıyla marka olan çilek üretimiyle Türkiye çilek üretiminin %30'u Silifke'den karşılanmaktadır. Toplam tarım ihracatı bağlamda ülkemiz ihracatına 100 milyon dolarlık katkı sağlamaktadır. Silifke eşsiz tatlarıyla bir lezzet merkezidir. Yakın süreçte coğrafi işaret tescilline kavuşacak olan Silifke yoğurdu, Silifke'nin bilinirliğini arttırmak noktasında büyük bir katkı sağlayacaktır. 30 milyon dolarlık mermer ihracatıyla Silifke beji mermer cinsiyle kalite ve bilinirliği yüksek üretim kapasitesiyle 1000 dönümlük alanı 62 sanayi parseliyle ve bünyesinde bulunduran 54 işletme ile Silifke bir sanayi kentidir. Yerel ve küresel düzeyde birçok akademik etkinlik, işbirliği ve proje gerçekleştiren Uluslararası Ticaret Odası ICC üyesi olan Silifke Ticaret ve Sanayi Odası, çeşitli sektörlerden 2500 civarında aktif üyesiyle ticari işbirliğini arttırmak, ticaret ve turizm potansiyelini harekete geçirmek arzusundadır. Kongremizin şimdiden hayırlara vesile olması ve somut çıktılar yaratmasını diliyorum. Silifke'nin sahip olduğu tüm doğal, tarihi ve kültürel mirasa ek olarak turizm ve ticaret potansiyelini harekete geçirmek için hepinizi güzel ülkemize ve Silifke'mize davet ettiğimi bildirip saygılarımı sunarım.
Thank you, President Kaynar. And I would like to translate the President Nurettin Kaynar's speech in English. Dear guests, as the Silifke Chamber of Commerce and Industry, which celebrates its 113th anniversary as of 2021, I would like to express that we are extremely pleased to be a regulatory institution in the Symposium on Current Approaches and New Trends in Social Sciences. In today's increasingly competitive environment, individuals have to act as stakeholders of the globalizing world. The duty of non-governmental organizations is to transfer the advantages of globalization to individuals and, as a result, to reduce unemployment rates, to increase national income, and to lay the groundwork for the development of international cooperation. Silifke, which has experienced glorious periods in its thousands of years of history, embodies many civilizations, is a frequented place and trade center for most of the caravans, is trying to preserve its commercial future today in the district, which has fertile lands, all kinds of agriculture, and the abundance of products that are industrial raw materials have been the most important factors in the development of the economy. Silifke, the pearl of the Mediterranean, is a tourism city with its climatic conditions, its location acting as a bridge between Antalya, Mersin, and central Anatolian provinces, its unique natural beauties and historical texture. Silifke is an agriculture and export city with an annual export of $50 million of fresh vegetables and fruits. With strawberry production, which is a brand with its quality and aroma, 30% of Turkey strawberry production is met from Silifke. In the context of total agriculture exports, it contributes $100 million to our country exports. Silifke is a flavor center with its unique flavors. Silifke yoğurt, which will gain geographical indication registration in the near future, will make a great contribution to increasing the awareness of Silifke. Silifke is an industrial city with an annual marble export to $30 million. Silifke beige marble type, high quality and well-known production capacity, an area of 1,000 hectares, and 62 industrial parcels and 54 enterprises. Silifke Chamber of Commerce and Industry, which carries out many academic activities, cooperation and projects at local and global level, and is a member of the International Chamber of Commerce ICC, wishes to increase its commercial cooperation and activate the trade and the tourism potential with its activate members from various sectors. I wish our Congress to be beneficial and create tangible outputs. In addition to all Silifke's natural, historical, and cultural heritage, I would like to inform you that we invite you all to our beautiful country and Silifke to activate the tourism and trade potential, and I present my respects. I want to thank you to President Nurettin Kaynar again, and I translate it. And now, in order to deliver his opening speech, I give a floor to Professor Ömer Ağıröz, Director of Toros University. The professor, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Toprak. distinguished participants, our distinguished guests. Welcome to the International Symposium on Current Approaches and New Trends in Social Science. As universities, we are obligated to serve the society as well as education and research and development activities. For this, we attach importance to the structuring of our studies and findings in a way that will contribute to the development of humanity and society. I hope that within the scope of this symposium, current issues in social sciences will be examined interdisciplinary and discussed in an academic way and environment for 2 days. And again, I hope that this symposium will increase the sharing of current information and practices and develop social and professional collaborations between our stakeholders. In this context, there will be many speeches, articles, discussions, and evaluations in different fields in social sciences throughout the symposium. I am sure that the participants will get maximum benefit from what is discussed at the symposium for the subjects they are working on and interested in. As my colleagues and Toprak mentioned, this international symposium will be hosted by Toros University in cooperation with Konya Food and Agriculture University, 15 Kasım Kıbrıs University, Odessa State Academy of Civil Engineering and Architecture, Silifke Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Turkish International Educators Network, Dapodi International University, University of Technology Malaysia, and finally University of Punjab. In this context, I would like to express my gratitude to the universities with which we organized the symposium together and their esteemed chairmen, rectors, and deans and managers. Thank everyone who contributed on behalf of myself and Toros University, and greet all participants with my honest, heartfelt feelings. Thank you. Have a nice symposium.
Thank you very much, Professor Aruz, for your trust and strong support to us. In this part of symposium program, precious keynote speakers will participate, but I'm checking the time right now. The keynote speakers will begin at 10:45 a.m. in Turkish local time. So we have still 15 minutes. We would like to take a little break, and we will hear again at 10:45 in Turkey local time. So thank you very much.
Ben içeride var diyorum sen yani.
Hello, everyone, our dear colleagues. Here we are continuing to our symposium. I want to say again to thank all participants who contributed to this occasion, to our symposium. And by saying these words, I'm going through the opening speeches. Now, in order to deliver his opening speech to Professor Dr. Irina Petko from Odessa State University, Academy of Civil Engineering and Architecture, and will present on the title of Features of Marketing Digitalization in the Construction Industry. Professor Irina Petko, stage is yours. Professor Petko, can you hear me?
Oh, hello, everyone.
Hello, Professor.
Today I'm going to talk about features of marketing digitalization in the construction industry. My name is Irina Petko. I'm doctorate professor at the Odessa State Academy of Civil Engineering and Architecture. I can present. Where am I present? Can I show my present?
Professor Petko, can you hear me?
I start. Okay, let's start. At the present state of processing of globalization and informatization lead to a high level of saturation of construction materials. market and increased competition between manufacturers of the construction industry, decline demand in the economic crisis, the recruitments for strategic marketing in the sphere of influence are the issues of formation and functional of marketing information system. To ensure a stable position in the marketing construction, companies need a balanced pricing policy, optimal range of construction materials taken into account change in the structure conception, rational marketing measures to promote products. To ensure the effective of activity, it's necessary to process large amounts of information. That's why there is a scientific task of building new digital technologies in the functional mechanism of marketing information system. The use of digital marketing covers the main aspect of traditional marketing and involves segmenting users, developing a marketing strategy, selecting tools, analyzing the obtained data and feedback, carrying out of marketing research at the construction and enterprises provide collecting, processing, and the analysis of the information on the basis of which calculation of director of the further development will be carried out. It is necessary to conduct analytical studies of the entire marketing cycle in the chain before sales, during sales, after sales. In terms of individual consumer groups, which we analyze the system of marketing tools and choose the most effective one. When developing an e-marketing system in an enterprise, it's necessary to identify those responsible one for its implementation, for support, and establish key performance indicators. It is necessary for each enterprise to create a comprehensive system for collecting information, which is based via internet and should consist of the stage, such as filtering and fragmented pieces of information that contain relevant heights of forecast of marketing condition, collection and storage of this fragment in case of confirmation of the obviousness of historical development, compression of values of different information fragments. Currently, the growing of information is exponential, and it's due in emergence of a new technological wave of life. Slide 4, please. Currently, the growing of information is explained and it's due to the emergency of a new technological way of life for this figure for compression 235 terabytes, the amount of data from the Library of Congress in 2019. Next slide, please. Digitalization is the introduction of digital technologies in various spheres of lives to improve its quality and economic development. It helps to perform routine tasks and make decisions without human intervention. Example of digitalization are smart homes, factory work, drones, and so on. Here are the main digital technologies. Big data, a modern technological direction associated with the processing of large data sets that are constantly growing. Big data technology can be widely used in business and marketing, as well as in science and government. Machine learning, digital technology that allows on the basis of known model data to predict the unknown data. Neural networks, digital technology based on an algorithm that simulated the process of the brain. Next, please. Artificial intelligence is a digital technology that allows a computer or a computer-controlled robot to perform creative functions that are traditionally considered the prerogative of man. They are financing, heavy in industry, medicine, human research management and recruitment, music, news publishing and writing, online and phone customer support service, entertainment and games, transport. The next main digital technology are human-machine interface, digital technology to ensure interaction between the operator and the equipment, which allows the operator of manage the equipment and control its operation. Version reality, digital technology that allows to use computer technology to simulate and artificial digital three-dimensional world, which a person can immerse themselves with special touch device. Robotics, digital technology based on the use of software with artificial intelligence and machine learning capability to handle large-scale repetitive tasks that previously required people to solve. Next slide, please. Promising direction of digitalization of the construction industry. One of the promising areas of digitalization in construction is 3D printing. There are already printers based on the truck which allow you to print brick buildings, other technological solutions. Application of BIM technology. This is a computer model of a building. There are all the necessary information about it is coordinated. Promising and fast-growing direction visualization, the use of 3D glasses Augmented reality allow you to see the planned project, a contribution to their more effective promotion, introduction of integrated system of building condition seasons, which allow to control the main construction parameters, energy efficiency, condition of infrastructure network, extensive use of robotics. The work is already used in the demolition of buildings in condition dangerous to humans. Business management automation, centralized control of procurement and consumption of materials use of construction equipment working time. Next slide. The use of modern software allows you to more effective, please next slide, more effective control and standardization is a construction process. The analysis of the digitalization condition of the construction sector is aimed at developing a new stage of the digital economy in the field of construction. Digitalization helps to make more informative management decision based on the reliable and timely data. Thank you for your attention. My girl, next slide, please. Thank you.
Well done, Professor Inna Petko. Thank you very much for your strong cooperation in your presentation. And for the next, after them respectively, the Professor Durisha Idrus from UTM Razak Faculty of Technology and Informatics will present on the title of Malaysia at the Crossroads in Achieving Hub Status in Higher Education. Professor Durisha Idrus, stage is yours, and I will help you to your presentation.
All right, thank you so much, Toprak. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning from Malaysia. But very good morning from Istanbul, but a very good afternoon from Malaysia. Okay, everybody, can we have the full slide there? Okay. I am Durisha. Do you hear me well? If you hear me well, Toprak, you do your thumbs up. Anyone? Do you hear me well?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All
right. Clear, loud and clear.
Okay, thank you so much. I am Durisha. I'm from University Technology Malaysia. I'm stationed in the Kuala Lumpur campus, not the Johor Bahru campus as Prof. Niza is. I'm here to share this topic, Malaysia at the crossroads in achieving hub status in higher education, not really directly with the future or current trends or new approaches for social sciences, but it covers the whole, I think, spectrum of the business of higher education across the globe, okay? So Prof. Irina just now, I think, have shared quite a lot on the way forward using technology. I think that is one of the, I think, new approaches that none of us can say no to. Also, this include, especially maybe this include Malaysia. So next slide. So this short sharing, I'm just gonna touch a little bit on global higher education scenario, challenges and opportunities, the current scenario in Malaysia, why do we need to be the hub, the challenges now in Malaysia, and also I will conclude it whether do we have a future on this or not, okay? Okay, next slide, please. All right, what has higher education become? I think just pre-COVID-19, we all of us are there in there together. We regard education as a commodity, okay? Therefore, it has to be purchased by those who are interested for education. So it was once a free thing by the government, but now we talk about tuition fees, we talk about making profits, the bigger the better. And this can only be achieved if countries such as Malaysia or any one of your countries become hubs of higher education. But for Malaysia, I think almost 10 years now, we are having lower government grants, okay, lower government funding for higher education. But we need to expand, but we are given less money for that. So higher education institutions become the prism of market transaction. Students are customers, as consumers. Universities are service providers. That is, I think, more or less the setting it is. But it is not just about Malaysia, but about all of us. So universities are forced to become efficient money-making enterprises as we face colossal financial constraints. Next, Toprak. All right. So suddenly there is COVID, and COVID-19 has major repercussions. I think all of us in all the online symposium or conferences, we keep on discussing about this, okay? So especially for countries like Malaysia who want to become education hub, it has major repercussions. But we have been enveloping this, and we have to just open our eyes to the latest development. This is not really new. MOOC is not really new. Coursera has been there for quite a number of years, but now it has become more prominent. Okay, so it become a new norm that we, now we are discussing. In Malaysia, we're discussing about micro credential. What about Coursera? What about, looking, should we have our own, or should we use all these services offered by edX, which are Learn, University, Udacity, and all this, okay? So remote learning and blended learning are now the new norm. And most campuses across the globe are still closed, like the ones in Malaysia, all right? So this truly has impact on higher education, on the furtherance, or for us to embrace new or current or new approaches for even social sciences. Next. Okay, but then the good thing is there are new ways of thinking. We're not just now talking about making profits, which is good. We are not having discussions such as the one that we are not having. Maybe there are reasons, maybe there are new ways. Maybe we should have other objectives apart from, making our countries as a education hub. Maybe we should also help each other to make the world a better place. Okay, so we are talking about need for global cooperation more in research, in innovation, and enhancing our scientific capacities. So we can see that responses to global challenges such as the pandemic will be at the heart of future international cooperation underpinned by values of integrity and equitable access. And these are good. So the sign for Malaysia, shouldn't we take heed? All right, next slide. All right, this is our blueprint. And this blueprint, we have started 2015. We should be reviewing it already. I think we are reviewing it already. This is for 10 years until 2025. In there, for focus number 2, the strategy that Malaysia has is about already digitalizing higher education. This is way before COVID. This is when we were at the brink of the 4th industrial revolution debates in Malaysia. Next. All right, so Malaysia aims to be higher education hub, at least in the Asian region. Okay, it's there. We targeted by 2025, we have 250,000 international students. So at the moment, we have 20 public universities, 36 polytechnics, 104 community colleges, 437 private higher education institutions. These are, university full university status or branch university, a foreign branch university in Malaysia, like we have Cardiff, we have Southampton, we have I think we have quite a number of, now, it beats me, but we have quite a number of quite established foreign reading, for example, quite a number of them in Malaysia already. All right, next. All right, where are we now? All right, we want to become hub. I must say that the research universities, the status of research universities, there's only 5 in Malaysia. This is very, always being scrutinized by all the assessors. These are assessors from outside who look at Malaysia, who look at best universities in Malaysia, and these are the best 5, as you can see there. And Malaysia, UTM being the youngest, I must say very proudly, is there at the number 5 there. But for year 2022 under the World University Ranking, we are a bit down. This I share with you the biggest reason is internationalization. The numbers of foreign professors or foreign academics at UTM is one of the reasons there. And of course, we are having, because of COVID, this is already the 2nd year of COVID-19, we have less international students now because some of them are at their, their own countries now, not back on campuses in Malaysia. Next. All right, and these are the other universities. You can see that, like the first one, Taylor University, is a private university which is doing quite well. UTP, UCSI there, these are private universities. MSU there, and Sunway University there, these are private universities. So you can see in Malaysia, it's blooming. It's good. It shows like good development. We have hopes there, We were looking, maybe we can do this, especially, for the private institution. There is no stopping them. For the public universities, yes, we kept them at a certain percentage to care for the locals, the citizens of Malaysia. But for the private institution, they can go as big as to have foreign international students with them. Next. All right, there you are. At the moment, we have about 1.2 million students across all universities, private and public, but 5.76% in 2020 foreign students at public universities, and 10% at private higher education institutions in Malaysia, all across Malaysia. So this is like about 90,000 students. So this is way below our expected numbers, as I've shared with you just now. It's about 250,000 by 2025. Okay, next. All right, next. Okay, all right. Where do they come from? You can see that from China is about 18%, from Indonesia 10%, from Bangladesh 9%, from Yemen 5%, 5% from Pakistan, 5% from Nigeria. I think the numbers there from Nigeria, from the African countries going up, India about 3%, Egypt 3%, Sri Lanka 3%, Iraq 2%, but the rest of the world that constitute about 37%. So next. Okay, what does that mean? It means that Malaysia is attracting certain countries only. I don't know about all of you colleagues, how it is in your respective countries. Is internationalization, meaning students coming to your country, one of the big thing for Malaysia it is, okay, for technology courses, social science courses, all programs in Malaysia. We hope for Malaysia to become the hub. So the number is still small. Social science may fare better. Professional courses, we have the professional bodies like engineering, or medical or pharmacy or nursing. We have their boards looking after whether they're, we are fulfilling their requirements or not. So Malaysia is being urged to use more and more digital technology, but there is a challenge here. So what we have to really look into quality of programs, yes. Marketing of programs, yes. And modes of deliveries, yes. Okay, next. All right, what is our strength, Malaysia? I hope all of you have come to Malaysia. If not, right after the movement control order is over, I hope all of you will come to Malaysia. I think the strength is there, where we have, pleasant Malaysians, warm, multiracial, welcoming Malaysians to all foreigners or international, quite, I would say it's a peaceful country and almost no natural disaster. English is widely spoken and we are very historically diverse. Okay, for example, we've been colonialized by the British for more than 100 years before our independence in 1957. So the issues on the right there is the current political scenario. If you read, we have changed government in less than 5 years, 3 times. Okay, I think it is going to be better after this. I think change of government is not a big issue anymore in Malaysia after being there for, I think, more than 60 years, the first government. So Malaysia has to fare better in higher education, on overall higher education achievement, tertiary education, for example. And we still have the inequality issues, especially regarding digital learning, etc., etc. Next. All right, then there is COVID. All right, this COVID has forced us to change almost completely. New norms is now 100% being embraced. Okay, the pandemic are affecting physical and mental well-being of all students and also staff in many ways. Okay, so our internationalization strategy is being so much affected by the pandemic, and talks about making profit in using higher education, I think now is much subdued because of COVID-19. So it is more about working together domestically with all stakeholders who are actually quite anxious, and at international level using our global networks in a more, positive ways, that we, before this, we rely very heavily to them. We have to do that again, but maybe in a more, positive or, mutually enriching ways. Next. Okay, this is my last slide. All right. So what is it for Malaysia? Do we have a bleak future, or can we remain hopeful? We need to be the hub. We know that, but the changes is quite drastic. I would now propose that we should reevaluate our higher education system now, because Malaysia is committed to be the hub. We must embrace fast and the latest developments. Some have been shared by Prof. Irina just now, and trends in the education sector to remain attractive and competitive, and at the same time play a leading role, or at least as a collaborator, working together with all of you, with everybody, turning higher education, contributing to a better world. So Malaysia, no matter how hard, no matter how uncomfortable the change may be, for us to be in the game, we just have to embrace alternatives, innovative models, and that may mean we have to embrace new actors. I think that is the last one, Toprak. Thank you so much, everybody, for listening.
Thank you very much, Professor Drisha. It was great presentation from you. Thank you very much again. Do you have any questions to our Professor Drisha, and also to our Professor Irina Petko? We forget that to ask after the presentation.
Do you hear me?
Yes, Professor Khalid Korkmaz.
Thank you very much, Professor Drisha, for your presentation. We have experienced some problems in remote education. I want to ask a question about this. What kind of educational problems have you experienced in remote learning in your country?
Prof, I think we have the same as the problems that you faced. It was last year, and I was the Deputy Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs for UTM. Can you imagine some of the students want to go back to their own countries? Some of the parents are very anxious, wanting all their children to come back. But some of the students who are having problems with internet access on all the digital thing, they want to stay on campus. So we have to ensure that no COVID-19 on all the campuses. So it was really hard work. But I will say this, that I did not really share just now, that when crises come to the fore, we can see that we are back to the role of the state or the role of the government. So I must say to you that, and it is really political upheavals in Malaysia. from the Barisan Nasional to the Pakatan Harapan to the Perikatan Nasional, 3 governments in 5 years' time. Can you imagine? We have faced that. So, but the present government cannot do anything but help the people. So they're putting money, like billions of ringgit, into the system to help with that, Prof. Okay, there is no other way. And we ask also the industry to help. We also, because now the pandemic for today is still new cases, almost 6,000, 5,800 new cases. Can you imagine? We want to bring it down, you know, so that the students can come back to campuses, but we still can't. The MCO, the movement control order, we are having it until the 28th of June this month. We cannot see the way forward unless we bring it down to less than 4,000. So we are having more or less the same problem, even though we know some countries like the soccer 2020 now all over the European soccer football, we know, you know, they are opening the doors, no mask, no sanitizing, close contact, and they're having their heaven for them, but not Malaysia, Prof. So it's more or less the same.
Actually, I just wanted to get some idea about the level of participation and contribution of the students in the lecture-based performance. Can you say something about this?
About what? Lecture?
Lecturing problems or accessing digital technologies, problems of the students, and participation of the students.
The participation.
Exams, lecturing, what kind of problems? Technical.
Even though, yes, Prof, thank you so much. Even though they are on campus, we are doing it 100% online, Prof, unless the engineering, some of the engineering courses where the board says, you know, there must be some amount of industrial training or lab work, you know. So they are full, they really do that strictly, applying the SOP, Prof. You know, the number of students, whether they are close together, all that is being taken care of to ensure that all campuses are free of COVID-19. But it is being done all over Malaysia, even for those students who are still on campus because they choose to be there because of some internet or you know, learning problems.
Thank you very much, Professor. Thanks.
Thank you very much. I want to ask again, any questions? I guess there is no question. We are leaving you with your best smile, Durusha, Professor Durusha.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Pinar. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Now we are going through the next keynote speaker speech, the precious one. The Professor Sabur Khan, the founder and chairman of Daffodil International University, will present on the title of Digitalization and Entrepreneurship, the Post-Pandemic Strategies. Professor Khan, can you hear me now?
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yes, am I audible? The stage is yours.
Am I audible?
Yes, very loud and clear.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Is it my screen is visible?
Yes, we can see it and we can hear you also.
Okay, then. Thank you very much. So first of all, thank you very much to Toros University for organizing this wonderful event. And also I must thanks to all of the partner university, those who also supported for organizing this international symposium on current approaches and new trends in social sciences. And thank you very much, as we already observed that from the UTM and also the construction engineering, how the digitalization and that is the technology is already adapting. And no doubt, it is one of the key criteria nowadays to move forward to adopt the technology. And because COVID-19, that is this pandemic already giving us a lot of this indication how we should change our lifestyle and also the educational activities. And you know, the nearly every business in the world is already affected by the COVID-19. And I'm sure that 1/4 of the companies saw that the sales falling in 50%. And definitely, you know, there's a universities always in producing their students for the job market. Someone is going to the research, someone going to the academic, but ultimate destination is the industry. So if we go through the industry, I'm sure that everybody realized that how it is affected. And at the same time, the human resource leaders, the HR leaders is also believe that the transformation need to be ensured by in every aspect. And especially it is the time to also change the educational system. And before, without digitization, and as you already aware that the home office is now one of the common trend, the virtual office. So self-serve solution, employee need to serve them by selfly. Either they are in the home or whatever places they are, it does not matter. It is the time to unite it and utilize the technology to bring the proper output. And of course, as I mentioned, the work home, most organizations do not yet detain visions in place for hybrid work. And that's due to cause of this COVID-19, a lot of cases, our government and a lot of the decision maker, they can't predict that when it will be finished. When you see the 2019 December or now October, November, when China is started this pandemic, I think everybody thinking that maybe 2 to 3 months the vaccine will be coming. Some people thought that maybe within 2020 it will be solved. Some people thought that 2020 and first quarter it must be solved. But now you see second wave, third wave, Delta version, a lot of this version is coming and we don't know what should be the next. So of course, everything is controlled by the creator and we don't have any contact directly with the creator. So we cannot say that when it will be finished. That is why I'm sure that the previous speaker already mentioned that automation, artificial intelligence, a lot of the technological development, I think they already mentioned in their presentation, especially the construction side. The Honorable Dean has already mentioned that how they already utilize the robot technology and artificial intelligence, 3D printer, and these sorts of technology. I think this now is necessary to implement in every aspect. Because the worldwide, there's a lot of the people, I think that they need to switch their occupation. And that this COVID-19, I'm sure that a lot of the business is directly affected. And again, as educational sector, I think earlier, the digital education or the online education or the MOOC education, I think these sorts of education was not much popular. And I'm thanking the Malaysian government. I think already the UTM professor mentioned that government is already took initiative. At least a few percentage of their Malaysian education need to be transformed to the digitally. That is a good decision, I think, taken by 3 to 4 years earlier. So that is why I should say the automation and artificial intelligence will lead the productivity of the economic growth. And there is no way, because COVID-19 has created the new challenge and opportunity for entrepreneur also. Because if we go to every country, we'll see that a lot of the new entrepreneurs are coming. I think they changed the traditional business factor. And just today morning, I saw one of the article in our one local newspaper in Bangladesh. There is a lot of the trend, a lot of the new entrepreneur is coming, and few new millionaire is coming just last 2 years due to cause of this pandemic, because the business does that disruption. And that the online business is going to be the one of this popular in our country, because earlier, that everyone was dependent on the physical interaction or the physical shopping, but now the online shopping. So young people, the social networking, online platform, these sorts of lot of opportunity is now coming in every day. So that is why I should say that it is the opportunity for the new young entrepreneur, especially again, considering the university, it is the time for the university also to emphasize, to bring the creativity and to give the emphasis on the entrepreneurship education. And that the Facebook is already declared that they will give the privilege to their staff to do the home office. Microsoft is also do the same thing. And the Google is already allowed the 20% worker, they can do the home office. BBC is already allowed that BBC in Twitter, they already allowed that, okay, it will be forever. So I'm sure that a few of the company, they already decided that in the long run, that is in future, they should allow their staff to do the home office or the remote office. So education system is also need to be educated or need to be properly nurtured based on this present scenario. So how can we prepare the workforce for the post-pandemic world? Because education sector will create the leader, the workforce, and the people. So that is why the education sector need to be nurtured and need to be outcome-based education considering the pandemic. And for many, the toughest leadership test now is looming. And you know that this is the one of the key criteria that all of the organization will be doing good, the university will be doing good, running good or bad. Everything should be decided by the leadership, because this is the leadership I think factor that how they should run their organization, what they should take to bring the business back in the normal environment. So that is why I think the leadership is one of the key component. And I'm sure that all of the university also will adopt some few courses for commonly for all of the department to develop the leadership criteria. And definitely, despite of all of the problem, despite of all of the barrier, pandemic, and maybe as I already mentioned, everybody you award that we don't know that third wave, fourth wave, what should be the next? As we understood that if we took the vaccine then we are free, but it is also observing that after taking the vaccine, also a lot of the people are affected. Of course, the percentage is very few. But again, what should be the next? So that is why we should not stop our activity. We should move forward. We should move forward. And then I should say the recovering revenue. I think some of the distinguished presenters already mentioned some of the few points. So I think the revenue is an important element of imagining the return. We should return to our normal life. We should return to our activities, and definitely the revenue factor should be considered. Because in Bangladesh aspect, I should say that a lot of the private institutes are really facing trouble because the government is not giving any financial support to the private institute. So what happened? A lot of the private institutes within this time, they are already facing the severe problem in respect to revenue. Because a lot of them, they thought that okay, it will be finished within very short span of time. That's why they are not taking the proper precaution. So definitely, I should say, as I mentioned, the companies need to rethink the operating model based on how their people work best, because it is the time to bring the professional, that is employees, the best output, because and using the technology and using the policy proper guideline training. And we know the acceleration of the digital, as I already mentioned, the digital technology, and definitely the analytics tools need to be involved more. And COVID-19 crisis has accelerated the shift of digital, but best companies are going further by enhancing, expanding the digital channel. As I already mentioned, because if we go through the social networking, I'm sure that you will find that a lot of the company, they are focusing their marketing and other activities based on the social networking, based on the technological adoption or technological facility. And of course, the companies also need to understand what customers will value, because you see, as I mentioned, the logistic business. You see, if you go to the USA and Europe, I'm sure that the logistic company is now become the #1 company. If you consider the FedEx, if you compare the DSL, UPS, all of the logistics companies doing very well, and even the e-commerce company, the Amazon.com and all other e-commerce company are also doing very good. So that's why I should say that customer expectation need to be also considered nowadays. What customer expect, because in the long run, I think customer always will prefer to the safety and security. After this pandemic also, it will be continue, and I don't know how much or how long it will be continue. So that is why reinventing the sustainable business model. I think now we should emphasis on the creativity. We should emphasis on the innovation. We should adopt the technology. So in the both combination, I'm sure that we need to forward. We need to way forward for bringing the proper output. And of course, we also need to embracing the future of work. As UTM professor has already mentioned, the future of work we need to embrace. And definitely, that the mother may take care their kids and they can also look after their office. I think at the same time, everything can be possible using the technological adoption and technological opportunities. So that's why we should need to involve the lot of the technological component in the higher education. And definitely companies need to set new standards, and old paradigms will be long-term strategic advantage. And we know that drone is going to be the popular, and we know that a lot of these developed countries already adopt the drone technology to deliver the product. And especially I should say that the few of the giant is already they started their operation, delivering their product and delivering their consumable products to utilizing the drone. So, and again, the embedded system, car facility, the 5G is already adopted. And so that due to cause of the 5G, I'm sure in the long run, the transportation system is also going to be developed. The one car will talk to the another car without driver or without the passenger. I think car can easily talk each other. They can take the safety measure and a lot of other precautions. That Elon Musk is already developing the driverless car. Tesla already, you already aware about it. So these sorts of, lot of this development is coming. So it is the time for us to appreciation for matching the right talent, regardless of hierarchy. I think it is a time that we should not waste our time to look after the boss, look after the hierarchy. Whether we should give the emphasis, give the value to the right talent. And again, the university is also bringing the talent student, innovative student, creative student to the front line and utilize them in the proper way. And creating digital enable ecosystem within your organization, that is our organization, as much as possible. We need to involve in every aspect. And of course, I don't like to go to the very details because a previous speaker already mentioned that data is the key factor. Data analysis, Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, because analytics tools, I'm sure that before going to any of the business, before going to any of the operation, any of the subject or any of activities, it is the time to justify the analytic tools, how much it is effective, what the consumer or the user can expect from us. And definitely we should have the clear goals, focus team, and the rapid decision. Because as you know that today whatever technology is popular, maybe tomorrow morning when you wake up, we'll see that new technology is coming. So long-term competitive advantage, we must have to think that rapid decision should be the one of the key factor. And I just give this how the digital technology we are using in our educational network. In the Daffodil family, we have a lot of the educational network. We have almost 22 educational setup. We have the vocational training institute, we have university, we have some higher education institute, we have college, we have school. There's a lot of the institute we are already operating. So from the pandemic, the day one, we already developed our own education, smart edu system. This a platform which is synchronizing with the virtual education environment, collaboration with the management effectively and efficiently. With all of the tasks, all of the progress, all of the meeting, activities, approval, everything we are bringing under our one smart edu module. I think 50+ module we develop between these times, so as per the need. And every day, whatever need is coming or whatever necessary or whatever point is coming from our various level of people, I think we already develop as per the need of our expectation or our activities. And you know that we are already also in every month, we are allowing our staff, our faculty and all of these admin people to give the presentation. So we always try to, every month we are trying to nurturing the creativity. And you know that in the pandemic, it was very risky for us to reduce the student dropout. And Alhamdulillah, we are lucky that we already reduced our dropout. And I think we are the one of the university in the considering the Bangladesh, I think our dropout percentage, despite of the pandemic, is very less. So easy we can tracking. We already developed the mentoring monitoring system. Every faculty is already track with their respective student. So through the mentoring monitoring system, they easily can track. And definitely, you know, there's a skill analysis also we are doing through these solutions. So these sorts of lot of blended learning and blended facility we are bringing through this smart edu. And of course, as I already mentioned, the data analysis is one of the key factor. We are continuously analyzing what's going on. And we also developed one virtual platform. It's called the EduGate. So through this EduGate, I think the student can easily enter to the lab, enter to the class. They can talk. They can participate to the seminar group. They can organize various sorts of exhibition. And even we organize a lot of the exhibition fair. You know that these Avtar is already visiting to the various places. They can talk with the counselor. So these sorts of tools also we develop between this time, and easily student and visitor can easily interact with each other through this system. And you know that if they apply, they can download this brochure, they can download the other materials, and they can visit the one or building to another building. They can talk with the relevant department, relevant head, or the relevant people. So this is whenever they apply, they are getting the one of the application tracking number. So easily they can download to their PC to all of this, and even they can also chat. And we also develop the robot that is bot system. You know that nowadays chatbot is one of the popular tools, and I'm sure that a lot of university already you implemented in your university, because nowadays it is not possible to be, physical interaction. So that is why we should also develop these sorts of interaction, virtual interaction. So easily student and teacher and all of the stakeholders can easily share each other. And we also are organizing our virtual farewell ceremony. You know, we also have a lot of foreign students. So these foreign students, I think in the preliminary stage when COVID-19 affected, they cannot stay in our country. So they already leave our country. So few of them stayed due to cause of this convocations. We organized as a virtual farewell ceremony, and definitely we also developed one of the platform called GoEdu. So these GoEdu, our all teacher, all of the faculty, they already bringing their 100% course through the online platform. So through this online platform, they already developed their course. So now they already make it customized and bringing their education through the GoEdu platform to the other people. So the much people can also participate through this platform. Well, so I hope that I'm trying to give some of the idea about post-pandemic situation, what exactly we are doing in respect of digital aspect. So thank you very much and wish all of you good luck.
Thank you very much, Professor Sabur Khan, for your great presentation and great collaboration. So, dear colleagues, do you have any questions to our Professor Sabur Khan? Or any contributions to say? You may also use the chat box.
Okay.
I think that, Professor Korkmaz Direk.
Yes. Okay. Thank you for the presentation, Mr. Sabur Khan. And you have extremely mentioned that the education is important for the new normal. And could you please more elaborate on the education of the workforce to adapt the current workforce to the new normal? What kind of educational steps or educational programs do you suggest for the workforce?
I think what exactly precaution we took in our university, we talk with the student, we talk with the employer. So both sector, we are trying to match them because, the employer is also, their mindset is changing. Earlier, they are not giving the more emphasis on the technology. The soft skill is now going to be the one of the key factor. So that is why I think the education sector, we are trying to new normal that the student interaction, because student creativity and student innovation need to be bringing in the system. Because, if we not adapt the system, a lot of cases, our faculty, they are not willing to change their mindset. They always follow the traditional way. So that is why in the new normal, we are trying to adapt the system. So everybody should follow the system. As I already mentioned, in every month, we organizing one presentation session, how the best practices is going on. Because all of the faculty, now we have almost very close to 1,000 faculty. So we are bringing every month, all of the best practices, that which faculty is doing best. So they already produce their best practices. All other teachers, they already observe the best practices and trying to change their mindset. That is the one of the practice we are doing. And we are really lucky that we got the fantastic output, because we don't know that some of the new faculty, they are bringing the best practices considering with the student. So this is the one of the technique we are using now.
Thank you. Yes, it's quite interesting. Yeah, every month presentation on the best practices. So everyone is sharing his ideas and best practices. Yeah. A good way to maintain the momentum. Huh? Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thank you, Sabur Khan. Is there any other question? I'm looking the check box, and every other colleague says thank you to our Professor Sabur Khan, and I say thank you very much again.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone.
By Professor Sabur Khan's presentation, we are finishing the keynote speakers part. We're planning to have a break. By now, I'm checking the time. It's 11:41 a.m. in Turkish local time. We're planning to meet each other at 12 a.m. in Turkish local time, which means we have 20 minutes from now. So, yeah, at 12 o'clock, we see each other again in the presentations of the papers part. So thank you very much for your collaboration.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you very much. Goodbye.
The recording has stopped.
within you dies, don't you? Do you hear me? This is the voice of an embryo past, the sound of horses and the strong walk of men. Do you feel me? This is your cultural thrill, the smell of a powerful land.